Do all roads really lead to New Jersey? All that and more now on Graph's Grievances. Innocent Americans and Palestinians remain trapped in Gaza as Israeli warplanes continue to pound the territory after being attacked from there by Hamas more than a week ago. Since declaring war on the terrorist group, Israel has repeatedly urged civilians to flee Gaza while they still can. But getting out of the 140 square mile enclave is extraordinarily difficult. Gaza is surrounded by concrete walls and barbed wire fences, and has only one land border that does not cross into Israel. That southwest border connects to Egypt. Yet despite the Arab Republic expressing sympathy and support for the Palestinians, Egypt has so far refused to open its border with Gaza and let innocent civilians fleeing the war-torn territory in. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi saying Gazans must, quote, stay steadfast and remain on their land. The authoritarian ruler not wanting more poor migrants in Egypt as his country's economy struggles, and fearing the potential of getting sucked into a larger war. But of course, remaining in Gaza is not a viable option for the more than 1 million Palestinians who have fled their homes since Israel began bombarding their homeland. Egypt's refusal to assist these desperate refugees, escalating an already dire humanitarian crisis that the Biden administration is working overtime to address. Yet despite repeated pleas from U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, el-Sisi has only agreed to allow Americans escaping Gaza enter Egypt. And while it is understandable that Egypt does not want a new million-plus person refugee camp, the current situation at the Gaza-Egypt border is untenable and will no doubt only get exponentially worse when Israel begins its expected ground invasion of Gaza. So with President Biden headed to Israel tomorrow, the United States must immediately start playing hardball with Egypt. Since 1978, the United States has provided the Northeast African country with over $50 billion in military aid and $30 billion in economic assistance. This immense generosity of the American people must be leveraged by the Biden administration to demand Egypt help the innocent men, women, and children now desperately trying to escape Gaza. And in the most bizarre twist of fate, worthy of a blockbuster movie, Egypt just lost its biggest backer in the United States. Late last week, the Justice Department charging U.S. Senator Bob Menendez with conspiring to act as an agent of Egypt, even as he served as chair of the powerful Senate Foreign Relations Committee. The Democrat of New Jersey accused of using his Senate position to benefit the government of Egypt in violation of U.S. law. This new indictment comes after Menendez was charged last month with engaging in a bribery scheme whereby the senator allegedly accepted gold bars and cash in exchange for official acts. Among those acts, according to prosecutors, was ghostwriting a letter to his fellow senators, encouraging them to lift a hold on hundreds of millions of dollars in aid to Egypt, and transmitting non-public information to Egyptian officials about military issues. Menendez denies all allegations, but in accordance with Democratic Senate rules, he has agreed to step down from the Foreign Relations Committee, where, as chair, he had enormous influence over U.S. foreign policy and military aid to Egypt. And perhaps not surprisingly, the new chair of the Foreign Relations Committee, who is not being paid by Egypt, has put an immediate hold on more than $200 million in new U.S. military aid to Egypt. This aid and all future potential military aid and economic assistance to Egypt must be conditioned on Egypt immediately helping the innocent people now fleeing Gaza and working with the United States and Israel to defeat Hamas and bring peace to the region. Thank you for watching Draft's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe, share, and join me tomorrow for more.